What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your host, Sage. By now, y'all know my name. And I'm back with a big old recap on all the episodes I have missed on Baddies West. Now, some of y'all did not know I would be gone for this long. Honestly, I didn't know I was going to be gone for this long either. I had a lot to celebrate, and I've been working on some outside projects other than YouTube, so it ended up taking a little time away. But this whole time I've been reviewing Baddies, I have been doing weekly after shows over on the YouTube channel, more visuals with my hair. So even though I haven't been doing my reviews over here on this channel, I still have been doing my recaps, my after shows over on that channel. So in my mind, I was thinking, I really didn't leave y'all. I just went over to another channel, so I ain't gotta edit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all were like, nah, that don't count. Like, we still want our reviews on this channel, and we want the recaps, the after shows on the Mo Visuals channel as well. Like, we need both. So I get it, and I won't be doing that anymore. Y'all got me every week for the rest of the season now. But I feel like it's only right for me to go ahead and upload some of the main points from the after show I've been doing so that at least I could have my overall opinion on the last 3 episodes on my channel. Now, this will not be my regular editing. Honestly, y'all, I don't have time. I'm trying to get this up right now, and it's 7:30. But I will be back to our regular schedule on Monday. So I hope you guys do enjoy this cut from the after shows I've been doing. And I do have a lot more planned for you guys on this channel this month. So let me know what you think. Drop your opinions down below, and let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Baddies West After Show. I'm your host, Maher.
And I'm the baddest bitch of them all. I'm just saying. And it's Sage from Golden Baby.
Nah, I like the first one better.
The baddest bitch of them all, representing for the actual West. I'm actually from the West, and we reviewing Baddies West.
You sound like all the girls that I interviewed for Zeus.
So we're finally on to episode 4. We finally left all of that Stunna Girl, Tommy, and Biggie shenanigans for now. And this episode,
the first thing I can say really is that Razor was doing a lot, and she was clearly severely intoxicated. And I think she made a big situation out of nothing, but I also don't want to downplay a situation where people might think that she was physically violated.
Yeah.
So like I didn't personally see anything wrong with what she did. I think she was just pointing at Razor's tattoos, but I think everybody has a right to say that they don't feel comfortable. I think she just brought it up the wrong way and resorted to being completely hysterical over this situation instead of like pulling her to the side. So I think it was just really immature. And again, it was the alcohol. She was drinking tequila. Like I said, nothing good comes out of drinking tequila, and this is just example A.
Yeah, like that was not much of an episode, and this is such a hard thing because it's such a gray area.
Yeah.
I think either way she went about it was fine. Like, me personally, what I would have tried to do is, as soon as she started speaking as if she felt violated, I would have just did it right then and there and been like, girl, look, I don't know what just made you feel like I did that. I don't think I touched you in any type of way, but if you feel like I did, then I want you to know that that wasn't my intention at all, and I will not ever put my hands on you again, and I apologize, and we can go from there. That's just what I would have said, because miscommunications like that, like, that's a serious accusation. So, but on the other hand, with Scotty, we already have this thing with Scotty, as in she sees what people say about her. There's a video out right now where there's some fans who recorded Tommy screaming and yelling at Lemmy, and Scotty's walking like past them, and they're like, I don't like her character. I don't like her. I don't like her character. I don't like her character. I don't think Scotty has done anything that's dislikable in the sense of some of the other people who have been on some of the other shows. I just don't think that she is like turned up in the same way that the other girls are. So she knows the reputation that she has. So I think that in this instance, this was the first time on this season that somebody in her eyes is probably trying her, and she's just not gonna back down as
Yeah.
far as apologizing or anything. So that's probably how she felt. Even when I was in esthetician school, I had this one girl tried to say that I was sexualizing this other girl, and like just it's a whole
Okay.
it's a whole story. One day I'm gonna have to tell you about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I never apologized because I know what I said and
Right.
I know what I meant, and the girl wasn't even there.
Mhm.
And so ain't no way I'm gonna apologize because some random ass bitch want to make a fucking big ass deal about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people do stuff with all kind of different intentions. So I feel like either way it was fine.
What I did notice when watching back is that right after Razor like brought it up and Scotty noticed that she was serious, I don't think she meant to do this, but like she was smiling the whole time and kind of like laughing at it. And I think
Mhm,
that also triggered Razor even further, making her
mhm.
think that like, oh, you're taking this as a joke when I'm taking it seriously because I'm talking about you like violating my body. Um, but yeah, I see where you're coming from, where you're saying like she didn't really necessarily have to apologize, but I also agree where I would have just been like, I'm sorry, that is not what I meant to do. I really just wanted to see your tattoos. I did not mean to like touch you inappropriately. I'm super sorry if that's how you took it. So please accept my apology and let's move forward.
Right.
But they were both drinking. So
Yeah. Anyway, so with the situation in the bus, so obviously a part of the reason why I feel like Razor also targeted Scotty is because Scotty basically started all the interactions. Scotty was the one that was like, let's play a drinking game, blase blase or whatever. And they played the drinking game. Krishan, I don't know what Krishan be baby, Krishan get active in all kind of ways. She over there licking Sky's
okay.
tongue. I'm like, what is going on?
Ugh. Man, that means I was eating my dinner too. I was sick. I can't. I'm tired of these girls sticking their tongues in each other's mouths.
I
And we
mean,
know I'm part of the gay community. I'm not trying to say nothing like that, but I know they be drinking all day and their tongues are not brushed. Put them the fuck back in your mouth. Your
you
own.
have a thing with tongues being clean.
I got look. Okay, I said I wasn't gonna drag Scotty today, so I'm gonna shut up about her. But all these girls need a tongue brush. That shit be white as fuck.
I don't know though. Like me and my friends, we don't just randomly start licking each other's tongues.
I hope not. That's
Like
really
I would probably cuss my friend the fuck out. Like, bitch, you
right.
can get the fuck back.
Right. Do not fucking lick my tongue. Because I know Krishan's tongue is like a cat's. The shit is probably strong as fuck.
The vibe after the drinking game. So clearly you have Krishan being frivolous, by curious. Even though last season she swore up and down, but okay, it's not
Mhm.
giving that. You be the first one, but okay, live your life, girl, have fun.
Facts.
Her and Lo with the boob touching, and are these real? These fake? You have nice boobs, da da da. Then it goes from that to like people are, I think Lo is like touching Sky's butt, like y'all got the nicest butts and
Right.
all this, and then of course the tongue licking and stuff like that. So this is already the vibe that's going on right now.
Everyone's all over everybody.
Yes. So not that that means that you can just touch anybody. If you have trauma and if you're like triggered by certain things, sometimes maybe you want to have fun or like you're not thinking about that, but as soon as like something happens, it just triggers you. So I'm not in no way blaming Razor at all. What I'm saying is like, okay, so if it's that vibe and you don't want to engage in that kind of way, me personally, even though she just called you over to check your tattoos and stuff like that, I wouldn't have taken my pants off.
I agree. Because I mean, she got damn near naked,
Yeah.
and her coochie hairs was about to pop out.
Oh
So,
my god.
but and again, I didn't see her like grabbing all over her. I did see her pointing. I don't know if she pulled her thong or underwear to the side or anything, but yeah, I agree that I wouldn't be taking off like my clothes if I would be traumatized like that, but I'm also, again, not trying to take away from anybody and what they've been through.
Yeah. And then even Krishan said that she was the person who was touching her the most, and she never said anything to her. And I know I saw some I was being nosy on the Instagram or whatever on Zeus Network, and I just saw some people talking about, well, why she didn't say anything to Krishan and Lo and whoever else if they were touching her too. Why was it just Scotty? And some people were like, well, just because you gave consent to someone else, I mean, it goes for everybody there.
Yeah.
And while that's true, it doesn't seem like she gave consent to anybody.
Exactly.
Everybody seems to be on the same level as far as what they did.
I mean, Razor was turning up on everybody. I get it, you're upset, but like, she was in people's faces. She was in Lo's face. I thought she was about to smack her.
I know that her breath had to smell like alcohol because you could see Lo's weed blowing in Razor's breath.
Blowing in her breath. How you feeling overall about these last two episodes, Sage?
I feel like I don't understand the purpose of this show. What are we doing? Are we?
To be fair, I don't think I've ever understood the concept of the show and the reason behind it. There really isn't one, but they're just trying to entertain us, and that comes in waves.
Yeah, it comes in because it's like, okay,
Small
so
waves.
the purpose of the show is supposed to be, what'd you say?
So I said small waves.
It's very small. But the purpose of the show is supposed to be like, I guess, like, okay, we just get all the beauties together, the beauties, the boardies, the whatever.
The big.
The beauties together. Just go out to the West Coast and what, do hostings. I guess it doesn't.
Big.
Get the big. But I mean, it don't really seem like, okay, hosting, like they can host without Zeus. Like some of the newer girls, like, okay, I get it. But it's like, okay, some of the other girls, like Tommy, like, what is the purpose? I guess other than just being on the show, like,
right.
Like, I'm not really getting, what are we doing? Because I just kind of feel like, so many of the girls have businesses. So many of the girls, like Scotty, she does personal training, and then the random people popping out with music careers that I never heard of. Like, I'm just kind of confused, and I'm not seeing what you said that you do. I'm seeing something else. Literally every single episode is about Stunna Girl.
Exactly.
Except for the episode that they forced her out of, which was the one we're about to talk about now.
Right.
And the only reason why is because they forced her out of it and they didn't let her come in the house. If she was able to come to the house, it would have been about her then too.
Yeah, honestly, she's not even trying to be the center of attention. They're just making her be the center of attention.
Yeah, and if we're being honest, like, I really am starting to despise when I have to talk about the situation with Stunna Girl, because it's like, and I guess for me, that's why I haven't really been interested in doing my own reviews, just because it's like, I'm going to be talking about the same girl. I pretty much have the same opinion that I've always had. And each time we have like a new snippet or a new episode, I'm like, okay, well, somebody else fights her. Maybe she did do something wrong this time. Let's see, because I'm fully prepared to say when somebody's in the wrong or whether they're in the right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's every single time. She never does anything to anybody.
I was worried that people were going to think that we were a broken record because that's all we've been talking about.
Yeah.
For a majority of our episodes. I mean, it's not our fault in my eyes because that's all that's going on is drama between her and the whole fucking cast.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want to really break it down too, I know we're supposed to be talking about 5 and then want to talk about 6, but really, like, let's just put that out there real quick. Because on this last episode, they actually showed the throwback to where Tommy did throw the drink or whatever. So now we all see that Stunna Girl had a reason to feel like she needed to throw a drink at Tommy, whether it was a time and a place, whatever. That, me personally, I wouldn't have done that. Like I said before, we both talked about it before. Yeah. But like, that's how she chose to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And since then, it's just gone from there. Then they Biggie, and them doing the flashbacks all of a sudden, y'all could have been doing these flashbacks. But anyway.
Facts.
Anyway, then Biggie was like, well, everybody asked me and whatever. And they showed the flashback of, yeah, everybody did. Or Natalie did ask the entire bus, what they felt. And Biggie decided to answer. So she is correct. However, they left out the fact that her and Stunna Girl had already gotten into it before that, because they got
Right.
into it twice. Stunna Girl was already talking to Lo, because Stunna Girl wasn't saying anything to anybody or anything at first,
Yeah.
and she was talking to Lo because Lo asked her, oh, you didn't take that shot. Da-da. Oh, and by the way, you and Tommy, what was up with that? And Lo was basically telling her about her business. They were talking about it, and then what's the girl name? Biggie was like, well, yeah, it's a time and a place, and
Right.
so
Okay.
that happened first. You
Okay,
get
that
what I'm
does make
saying?
a lot more sense. I wish we did get to see that. Because
Yeah, but they didn't show that the whole flashback.
the fact that you guys are willing to show one scene that is just stretched out for 45 minutes, but you're not willing to show one particular scene that will allow the audience to understand this a little bit more,
Right.
that's what's annoying. That's what gets me.
Right. Like I get people feeling like, the girl is she keep on and is sneaking and stuff like that. Like I get it. I understand. I get how people can be irritated with her because I wouldn't say that if I was in the house, I wouldn't be irritated with her too. But that
Mhm.
don't mean that she's not righteous in what she's doing. That's all I ever said. But it's
Yeah.
like I don't feel like just like in my review, I said I don't feel like keep coming at Biggie every single episode, whether I like her or not.
Mhm.
Like that's tiring. I don't want to keep like because it come off as like picking. Ain't nobody trying to pick on nobody.
Yeah.
It's just, like you said, a broken record. Like, what else
Once
people to
somebody
talk
else
about?
gets into it or there's something else to talk about, obviously we'll get into it.
Right.
I mean, but we will still speak our minds, and if we feel like somebody's in the wrong, we're going to say something.
Yeah.
We don't want to sound like a broken record. We don't want to keep repeating ourselves, but if we continue to feel the same way about particular people on the show, then we're going to say that. So again, like it's like the same people getting into it. So there's only so
Yeah.
much we can do and only so many things we can discuss when the same situations are happening on the show over and over and over again.
Right. And I'll say that I was full on expecting Stunner Girl to be the problem because based off of her history and her past,
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, she gonna be starting stuff, but she ain't starting nothing with nobody that I've seen. And if we gonna
Right.
be 100% real, like I feel like the incident with the cage thing, I feel like that's trash. Everybody involved was trash. But
Of course.
I did a video on that, and upon my research, as far as like legally and responsibly reporting, nothing was pointing towards her being physically involved at all.
Right. I remember you
Like,
telling me that.
yeah, so it's like that leads, and based off of how she behaves on the show, that we can see, and some of the live streams I watch from her, and I don't just watch hers, I watch everybody's because I said I was gonna be like real. I was gonna report on all the off camera stuff too,
Yeah.
real reporter, reporting live. But like just based off of everything that I have seen, when Natalie said that she started bragging about the incident with the cage or whatever, I was like, yeah, I know this girl ain't over here bragging about it. Like that's
Dude,
sick for real. But then now after I've seen a lot of stuff, now I'm thinking that Natalie ass was up there lying.
it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah,
That
because
leak
how
talks to her ass.
right, how bad would it look if you yourself, if you knew that she was like that or she did that or whatever, and she was tied in with that however she was, and then you just decided like, yeah, I'm gonna bring her on because she a
Right.
she a badass bitch.
Yeah.
Like they don't look right. So yeah, let me say that she was bragged about it. Not that that's what happened. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past either one of them to do either one.
It's hard to know what really happened.
Yeah.
They did do like a after brief showing of what happened between Razor and what's his bitch name?
Scotty.
Scotty, that one. After their fight, Natalie got them together and so did Tommy and trying to make them apologize to each other. And I know Razor kind of said some weird comment that had Scotty looking to the left and being like, "What this bitch say?"
He was like,
After
I'm
she
sorry
said,
if
"I'm
I
sorry if I
intimidate you.
intimidate you." Like,
Yeah.
did you chuckle too?
I didn't choke. I mean, that was a very sad situation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it just say sorry and move on. Like how you gonna sit up there and be like, I'm sorry if I intimidate you when it's something that you claim to be so serious about your being violated when and then go back in the confessionals and be like, well, her apology wasn't genuine. Your apology wasn't genuine.
It wasn't at all.
What do you mean?
That apology from both sides didn't really mean much, and it clearly wasn't genuine. I mean, right after they had the situation, then they quote unquote hugged it out.
Yeah.
They went into their confessionals and were talking smack. So it's like they
Yeah.
just wanted to dead the beef right then and there. I guess, like somewhat so that they could go out and get to the big.
To the big.
At least I think Scotty is a decently mature person, and Razor can also be the same and put it to the side for
Right.
a day or two. Um, Clearly, they don't really like each other, but they don't have to call each other a bitch every time they walk by each other, you know?
Right.
So that I can respect.
Right. And then they don't have to keep going on and on and on like Stunna versus the world.
And speaking of, right after that situation happens with Scotty and Razor, Stunna and Tommy tried to talk it out, which doesn't happen. And all I was hearing was, "You a crackhead?" What else was she saying? She was calling her all types of names, Grandma.
It was all type of thing. And like the thing is, like when I'll say this about both of them, is that the way okay, well let's back it up because I feel like I do owe Tommy some props for how she initially started to handle it. Like when Stunna Girl was on the phone, she spoke to her, she said, "Hey, like what's up?" Like, like it didn't seem like we knew it was gonna be some BS from the preview, but if we hadn't seen that, it would have led you to believe that they were going to be able to make up or whatever.
Yeah.
The way Tommy tried to handle it. Stunna, on the other hand, is more so like, well, bitch, I don't, fuck this. You know what I'm saying?
Zero intention of making things right with her.
Yeah. And then, but I will say that at least she is down to talk, even if it's, whatever. So when they met up or whatever, I felt like it very well could have been squashed if one of them, either one of them, would have just been like,
Took the high road.
huh?
I sorry. I said took the high road.
Yeah, took the high road. Just been like, this is stupid. Like, you felt disrespected, I felt disrespected, and then we handle it. Is there anything else you want to do? You want to square up real quick and get it out the way, and then after that, we just be good, or like what you want to do? I feel like that could have sufficed, but at that moment, both of them started on their shit, like how they speak, not necessarily like talking shit to each other. But Tommy is very like, if she don't, I don't know, like sometimes she talk like, and that vein starts popping out, and it's like very, it's like animosity rather than we just talking.
Yeah, she seems hostile. I mean, but Stunna Girl does too. Stunna Girl's like not even looking at somebody in the eyes. Like she definitely got her attitude also. So I mean, neither of them walked into that situation wanting to dead it.
Yeah, I get what Stunna Girl was saying, but again, she's very like still in a childlike way of like communicating, to where she doesn't know how to use the right wording, or maybe she don't care to. Either way, she doesn't use the right wording that could de-escalate a situation. So I mean, they're both grown. So at the end of the day, like if y'all want to de-escalate it, y'all could. But the thing about it is too, Tommy, remember when I told you that Tommy probably don't even remember throwing the drink?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think she remembers, because how would you sit up there and say, rewind it, roll it back? And clearly you threw that drink at her.
Yeah. I will say though, that even after so many times of watching that clip back, I didn't see her throw the drink until episode 6 or 5, wherever they showed it like 5 times. I finally saw it and I was like, oh, okay, now I see it. I don't know how I missed it, because now looking back at it again, I'm like, okay, it's really clear. But it was quick.
Yeah, and I at first initially, and I also think that they showed another
Did they show another angle of it?
Yes, that's how I was saying. On the audition or whatever, when she throws the drink, you don't really see where she throws the drink at, but you do have in your mind that Stunna and Suki are down there, whatever the fuck they're doing. But on the flashback, you can clearly see that Tommy threw the drink with intentions of it hitting Stunna Girl, but you don't see where the drink goes, because it probably just evaporates in the air. So much fucking hot breath is just traveling through the fucking ecosystem. It probably just fucking evaporated. But
not this. Shut up.
Oh damn, people. I don't even know. Somebody's probably being messy and told Stunna Girl that she threw it, because it don't even seem like Stunna Girl knew that she threw the shit until later on.
And on top of that, it did only look like a couple of drops, or like the bottom of the drink, because when I saw it being thrown, I didn't see this huge splash. But yeah, I get Stunna's point of view, her saying like, Your whole point was to throw that drink at me.
Yeah.
May have not hit me, even if one drop got on me, I'm gonna still beat your ass. But yeah, I didn't see anything land on her.
It was worth letting go.
Right.
It was worth it. It's not worth this whole season long beef and you getting jumped and then from then on with the thing with Tommy, now you beefing with two other women,
Mhm.
Biggie and what's the girl? She probably would have beef with Biggie anyway because them two personalities would never mix.
Yeah.
But Rolly and just that was not worth everything that's going on right now. That was, if anything, it should have been a like, Tommy, you a producer? Well, when I watched it back or blah blah blah, whatever the fuck, I saw you threw a drink on me. And if you're gonna throw a drink on me, if you want to do something about what we had going on then, just do something about it right now.
Right.
Like if that's how you felt.
Right. Y'all got into it twice. And you say that you dragged her the first fight, and then she thinks that she got you the second round. So even if you think that you dragged her, she didn't think you did, and then she thinks she dragged you the second round and you didn't think she did. At the end of the day, people are going to see the footage. So I would just be like, okay, we're both right. Let's fucking squash it now, and then the fans can make up their mind whether who won each fight. Like I don't care that much. It's not
Right.
fucking deep.
The Stunna Girl has made her mark as far as I'm not the one to fuck with, or like I don't handle disrespect or whatever.
Mhm.
After she fought Tommy the second time, it should have been over with.
Yeah.
And I know it's somewhere later on in the season, they're having a dinner and she's like, well, I want to fight you because you
Yep.
jumped me or whatever.
Make my day.
Yeah. At first, I felt like, why would you want to jump? Like, why would you want to fight her? Because somebody jumped in y'all fight. But now I'm thinking that it's another fight that happened because she says that she was fighting Biggie and that Tommy jumped in the fight. Because she fights Biggie multiple times, not just this time outside, but also in the club.
Oh Lord.
And apparently, at one of them times, Tommy did jump into that fight. Because initially, I'm like, Stunna Girl, Tommy, it's not her fault that Rolly jumped in, but I'm like, damn, she ain't even talking about that. She talking about a different time.
Right, because come on, like I know Stunna Girl ain't the best fighter, that's for sure. But like you didn't learn your lesson the first time when she pulled your hair and got you on the ground after you threw a drink. Like she's obviously gonna want to fight you again if you jump into a fucking fight.
Exactly. Like, it's just, it is multiple points and times where I can see multiple people could just squash it, but it's like they don't want to. But
Right.
all in all, at the very beginning, Tommy don't have no business getting drunk. That's why she shouldn't be on this show. Like everybody knows this girl has an issue, a drinking problem.
Mhm.
Even with her in the boxing match or whatever, if you want to talk about that, that'll give us some more stuff to talk about too. With the
Ooh.
boxing match, you can't even have a proper boxing match with Natalie. Natalie then whooped your ass.
Honestly, like it's the first time that I will say Natalie fucked someone up.
That's what I'm saying. But she was obviously drunk or
No, for sure.
intoxicated.
100%.
So it's like, girl, you have no business. You know, all props to you for being a producer because you do a good job being a producer,
I agree.
but your ass is always on your ass.
Right.
Come on now.
Laura, yeah, I wish she would get it together because, like you said, she clearly is a good producer. She knows how to handle her shit. People will listen to her more than I think people would listen to Natalie.
Right.
I wanted to talk about how we're still talking about episode 5. We're 5 episodes in. How many times have they gone out? Maybe 2 or 3?
Well, they went out that first time. We didn't get to see it.
Oh, okay, okay. So only 2 times, but still. DJ Sky is supposed to be the DJ of the season, and
Child.
up until episode 6, we don't see her DJ.
She didn't DJ episode 6. It was somebody else over there. She just went over there.
Oh, she went over there to probably fiddle with the fucking computer, make it look like she was DJing, and then she performed her whack ass song. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
It's good God. Speaking of DJ Sky, I was kind of irritated at the beginning of the episode when she was talking to who the fuck was she talking to? She was talking to Lo and Krishan, and she was definitely trying to start drama between Tommy and Krishan with the whole song situation. Like, girl, stop trying to get your one scene in where you start some shit. Because and it didn't work.
It wasn't even that. She at first she was like talking about Tommy, and she was like, "Well, Krishan has the best song out. Why wouldn't she go last?" Then she started talking about Scotty and Razor, and like somebody's lying.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So it's like you trying to start like more than one. You trying to start something with
Mhm.
Krishan and Tommy, then you trying to start up again with Scotty and Razor, and it's like that situation is over with.
Right.
And I don't understand what Tommy was talking about. Like these, give these girls they shine. Like it's very much giving that Tommy feels as if she is like a celebrity.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how Natalie feels too. Natalie thinks she's like a huge celebrity, also.
Yeah, and I
I
don't
think
think
that's how
that.
some of them get when they hit 1 million followers.
Yeah, but also I don't think that sometimes the older crowd don't understand that they are a part of the older crowd now, because in general you're still young in life, but in the industry like this you are considered a part of the older, like you're not elder yet, but
Yeah,
you're older.
right.
Y'all about Beyonce age, you know what I'm
When
saying? Like,
I have to go back to when Stunna was calling Tommy grandma. She really did, I think, like get to Tommy because she was like, "I'm not a grandma yet." Like she's
I
like,
mean,
"I'm
she
not
is
that
a
old. I'm
grandma.
not 40 yet." But
Yeah, 40 don't make you. That's the thing. It's people out here, damn, 30 years old and grandmas. Like, that's the
right.
thing. Like, girl, why would you let that get to you? Like, just and the thing is too, with that situation, on the episode preview, they made it seem like Tommy walked in and Stunna Girl just started talking about grandma. But Natalie Ass is the one who brought it up.
What did
Did
she
you?
say again?
So they were supposed to promote the flyer
Right.
when
Yeah.
they were gonna be out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They showed the flashback of what she posted on Instagram with the grandma thing on
yeah,
her
they
face.
did both of, but I don't know who did what first because I don't trust Zeus, so I don't
Right.
know who, who. And then Tommy was like, "Well, ain't nobody know grandma," and then that's when Son of Girl was like, "You are."
Natalie, she likes to say, "Oh, there's too much fucking drama. Every city we go to, there's so much fucking drama." Girl, you're a part of it.
She starts it, and this your
Yeah,
show,
right.
girl. Shut up.
She's like, "This is getting boring. I need to start some shit." We've had 3 hours of peace. That's enough.
The girls going out on this latest episode, they all pretty much looked good.
I
Like
agree.
the outfits were on point. Even Natalie, her wig was and the wig color complimented her.
She did look
Like,
good.
yeah, everybody looked good.
Natalie had the red wig, right?
Yes.
I was saying to myself, I was like, I like that on her. She looks good. You saw that scene where Biggie went to talk to everybody and tell them, "Hey, we're going outside tonight, so get ready."
Yeah.
And she came in the room with Stunna and whoever else was in there. I think it was
Cat.
Cat. And didn't seem like her and Stunna had much beef right there because Biggie comes in. She's like, "Oh, guys, we're getting ready. Oh, you both look really good," giving Stunna a compliment. And Stunna, I don't remember what she said, but she kind of made a joke. And she's like, "Oh, yeah, we're coming." And they both laughed. And then 10 minutes later in the episode, they fighting.
When you came in to get everybody together, let's start from the very first. Let's start from the first, from the top, and let's take it all the way to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna give a nice little read real quick.
Her.
First and foremost, Big Etha, Natalie do not fuck with you. Like,
She
babe,
really thinks that her and Tommy are her best friends.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I be wanting to go come through the screen and snatch Biggie up and be like, bitch, you better get on your own shit. Like, fuck the other side, fuck the bitches you don't like, and fuck the bitches that you think that you like. Just be on your own stuff. And be big Biggie, like you say you are, like, because you're not being big Biggie, being up under
Right.
Natalie. Natalie don't give
Fuck.
a fuck about you. She finna set you up to get beat up by whoever on the next season.
Yep.
Like, she don't care. Like,
Not
stop.
at all.
That's not a good sign that she wants you to go get everybody and she wants you to be her right hand man. It's not a
Yeah.
good sign.
She's making you her bitch.
Exactly. Like, it's gonna be you with the leaked photos next on y'all trip to Dubai. Going forward, when she did open the door and saw Cat and Stunna Girl, like, okay, you came in there with that energy.
Mhm.
That's cool, because at that point going forward, I don't feel like there was anything else that could have been a problem between y'all. Everybody was on the bus,
Yep.
Tommy included, the whole entire cast was on the bus, no problem or whatever.
Yep.
When you went and got everybody together, no problem. You spoke to her, y'all laughed with each other or whatever. Then that's the thing here. Cat don't have no fucking business trying to get them to talk.
I agree, but we all know that production told her to do that. I'd assume that like they say, okay, like you haven't been in a lot of scenes. We need to have you converse with these two people. It would have if it wasn't Cat, it would have been somebody else that probably had nothing to do with the situation either.
I would have preferred it to be somebody else because now it looked like, first of all, you done told this girl that she's gonna jump in a fight for her. You ain't gonna let nobody jump her.
Mm.
Right after you told her that somebody jumped her, then even after you watched her get jumped, you in the club with her holding hands. Now in this scene that we have 2 episodes later, it seemed like you basically pulling her over here to basically fight again because you leave.
Right. Yeah,
So
that was just. I get that you were trying to let them have their alone time, but did you really think that that was going to go well?
that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Like, I really love Cat, but it's like you're letting, if it is production or whatever, you're allowing production to set you up to look crazy, because how you gonna set her up with a talk with Biggie, then she bring Son over there, and Biggie got a whole different approach than she did the night before when she came in. Everybody was joking and laughing and
Hmm.
titties. But now all of a sudden it's a fucking problem, and I basically she was basically telling Stunna Girl like, I pimp bitches like you. That's
Girl.
what she basically said. Like, what the fuck? Like, so you just brought Stunna Girl over here to just get bitched out by Biggie? Like, that don't make any sense, Cat. Don't let these folks play with you. Don't let them play with Cat name. Like, that's
And
the
when
thing
it
about
comes to Kat, and let me not give her like an excuse with what I was saying about, oh, it was production telling you what to do.
yeah.
Because at the end of the day, Kat has been a part of a bigger show and a bigger production with probably 200 people on set. And I'm sure she didn't get told what to do every 5 seconds. You can still say no to production and producers. They might not
Yeah.
pay you as much for something, or they might give you an incentive to do something specific by paying you more. But you can always say no. At the end of the day, it's your life. You have a contract to sign that you've signed, but I mean, nowhere does it say that you have to have certain conversations with certain people because production told you to, or leave when you know somebody's about to fight after you promised someone that you would jump into a fight if they got jumped.
It seems like every girl from a past Bad Girls Club season who did their thing on Bad Girls Club has a fan base, already has some type of name for themselves. It seems like just about every one of them from season 2 and 3 have gotten on Baddies and has tarnished their reputation.
Mm-hmm. You should have left it where it was and kept your everybody's feelings towards you the way it was and not come back
Yeah.
on another platform. I know we talked a little bit about it, but how you feeling about the whole Biggie versus Stunna fight? Because we only see part of it this episode, and the next episode we see the rest of it and all the other shit that goes down on the private jet.
I'm trying to understand why in the world, they doing all this back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
all this back and forth. And I don't know what it is that Stunna had said that made her say what and made her want to hit her or whatever.
Me too. I was going to ask you if you knew what she said.
I don't know. We
Because
have
according to her in her interview, she said that the producer was trying to change her mic, so I'm assuming her battery was low.
Yeah,
Took it off because I could barely hear what she was saying.
yeah. But
Wait,
the thing about that is, like, y'all doing y'all going back and forth already. I feel like, Biggie, if you wanted to, you should have just went ahead and did that in the
right.
beginning.
Hold on. They do finally have subtitles, so I'm gonna see if they caught it. What she
Okay.
said. Okay.
For reals though, this bitch can even stand next to me on a real day. My pussy better than yours. So many bitches said they've been fucking you. What?
So many bitches said they be fucking you.
I'm sorry. What was
Yeah.
that?
Okay. She said so many bitches said they've been fucking you.
So Biggie is gay.
I mean, I kind of got a little bit of that vibe to begin with, but why is that an issue to like, are you not out at all?
But see, the thing with that is, like, I would get that, but literally on episode 2, you said y'all be taking dick. That's why y'all be looking like that. I don't take dick. That's why I'm glowing.
Exactly. That's okay. That's what I was literally thinking. And we talked about it in one of our reviews for that episode,
Right.
didn't we? So that's why I was saying I got that vibe. I forgot what she said until you just brought it up. But like, you literally gave everybody that vibe, or at least us two, from when you said that.
I can't dictate what it is that will set somebody off,
Mhm.
but Stunna said so much worse before she said that. So
Right.
at the end of the day, girl, if you wanted to do it, then you brushed her chin, you didn't hit her, because Biggie has this thing where you know how, oh my God, what are those toys called from back in the day when their hands is up, like the toy soldiers, stuff like
the
that.
boxing toys that shoot
Yeah.
a button on the back.
Yes. So it's the hands up by the head, and then it go out and it twists and it hit. That's how she hit. No, what if Biggie is attracted to Stunna Girl?
Oh no, that's so awkward.
Because you know how that is
Well,
sometimes.
that's like that little childish shit where a boy and a girl like each other and then they start just like hitting each other for no reason.
Yeah, but you know, like a lot of times, and I can say this because of me, but a lot of times what you can see, and I don't know how it is for the males, the gay males, but I know like lesbians, bisexuals, girls who are gay, a lot of times when they're younger too, because I know Biggie's like 26, but you know, she gives me younger vibes anyway. Younger vibes and how she handles stuff.
Oh, okay. I look, I didn't say anything. Okay.
Shut up. You said enough.
Moving forward.
But like, you know, they be not confused, but it's like they be battling with their sexual attraction to somebody.
Yeah.
And it causes them to fake not like them. Because for the life of me, I couldn't understand why Biggie wanted to have such animosity with this girl from the beginning.
All right, guys, we'll be sure to follow Sage and Golden Baby on YouTube. Be sure to follow me at Don't Touch My Hair on Instagram. Follow the Mo Visuals YouTube page. And hopefully, from what it seems like, next episode, it looks a little bit more entertaining than the last couple. So we will definitely be back on time with more to discuss. So until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Sage.